Howdy! Well, we are here, and no, that's not a Stenson. That's Daisy, my Skyline. And she hasn't been feeling so well for a couple years, so we're going to go through and talk about how we're going to get her up in the air right after this. This channel is about working on aircraft and flying those airplanes. So come take a seat and let's go for a flight. So this is going to be a little short one, just to get everybody up to speed on what we're doing with the 182 that I affectionately refer to as Daisy. And she hasn't flown in about 2 years. The last annual wasn't so kind on the engine cylinders. And so she was at TBO, and it was a really good time to do a deep annual, and pulled off the cylinders, and we're going to do a top overhaul because the bottom end looks really good, and so we can probably get another couple hundred hours, maybe even more, out of the engine. And because the Achilles heel of a lot of these 470s are the cam and the lifters specifically, especially the ones in the front, because there's a drain line that angles down towards the front two cylinders, and they are very susceptible to corrosion because of the drain line. So all of the cylinders are pulled off, but I didn't want to go and just purchase a bunch of parts that are just going to sit around and potentially rust. So I needed to do some upgrades. One of the radios just went kaput, and so I had a 430 just laying around, but it's the WASP version, so it will be able to do GPS approaches, and of course I have another radio for doing ILSs. So this is going to be my instrument trainer. So we are going to, well, I am going to finish up on the panel, and there's a lot of going through the old wiring, stuff that really shouldn't be in there anymore, and stuff that's just not really wired properly. So the first thing is to comb through all those wires and figure out what's going where, labeling them. And I've mocked up, these are the racks for all the radios and the audio panel, and it's a lot easier to wire all this stuff together first, and then connect what goes into the airplane as far as the headphones and speakers and mics and stuff like that. It's easier to do that first, and then connect all that stuff up later. And that's what I'm in the process of doing right now, is identifying what's what behind the panel, and then we're going to start working on putting the stuff back together again. And later on we'll have some footage of doing that, but I wanted to make sure that the airframe was in good shape to accept starting to put the engine back together again, because I want the timing to be there where once the engine's together we can sign off the annual, get it all done, and start flying her. So and as you can see, the door's still off. Most of the work on the door, because it was really difficult to close that door, and so worked with a little bit of shimming and trying to adjust that door to where it'll close a lot better. I just haven't reinstalled it on the airplane because I'm going in and out all the time. It's a lot easier not having to walk around the door. So but with that, we will get back when we are actually putting the panel back together and prepping for getting the cylinders put back on the engine, and wrapping up what has been probably the longest annual I have ever experienced. And yeah, so with that, may all your wrenching be good wrenching. Now, I'm not some rich and famous YouTuber asking you to like and subscribe to this channel. I'm an aviator asking you to like and subscribe to this channel, because that's the way YouTube works. If you don't click those buttons, YouTube doesn't know that you want to see more aviation content and won't show you more. But if you don't like what you've seen, please leave me a nasty comment down below, because that's the way the internet works. May all your flying be good flying.